Hello, welcome to our second to last or something update before the gathering. It's Friday, August the 23rd, and we are super excited to be updating you about what's happening with the gathering and the preparations. I am still in Lisbon working hard remotely. Audrey is on the land, has been on the land for quite a while. Ticket sales have started to move briskly. We're excited about that. By the way, our big hope is that we break even this year, and for this we need another 150 or so tickets sold. So it's not like we're here to get rich, but the tickets might well sell out. So get them and invite your friends who you'd like to bring to get them as well. We're super excited about who's coming this year. The list of amazing people is growing. I think because, as you know, the gathering is a new concept and there is so many things we're figuring out. And in parallel of that, we're figuring out the language of how to talk about what we're doing. So it's confusing to the format, what we're doing, and all of this to a lot of people, which means that the people who come are the explorers, the pioneers, the people who really feel who feel in their bones that this is something that's important, that's needed in the ecosystems and feel drawn to it. So I'm super excited about the amazing group of humans that will gather with us this year. Audrey, do you want to add a bit?
Sure. So before we jump, and maybe you can share a bit more about the tech, to continue on the amazing people. Yeah, for me, we have visibility over it, which I'm very grateful for because we've been speaking to all those amazing people. I know some of you don't necessarily have this, so we are organizing a really beautiful pollination event that will be next Tuesday, 28th of August, and this will really be an opportunity to see all those amazing faces and to start connecting, but also to start setting intentions. We're also having community calls, a bit more on the, I guess, logistical side of things. But they're very much a culture building exercise as well, and that's happening today and next Friday. Yeah, I'll stop there. Do you want to share a bit more about the app and the technical infrastructure that you've built?
Yeah, so we are the gathering is experiment on many levels. And a key thing that we're experimenting with is how to build technology which enhances the in-person experience. We have all heard about the evils of technology and sucking us out of the real world, but as a lifelong technologist and as a designer and such, I believe that that doesn't mean that technology is evil in and of itself. It's just that it's good at modifying our behavior and pushing us towards certain kinds of actions. And it's been that the commercial interests have been such that it's been good to push us into online addiction. But I think just as we have exercise apps, for example, or habit tracking apps or meditation apps, which help us and nudge us towards good behaviors, I believe we can create apps which enhance our in-person experience at events. And this is what we are working on with the gathering. So we have, of course, the schedule app, which is great because it enables anybody to contribute to the schedule. So that's a cultural change, and that supports our culture of participation, and everybody is invited. And it's not just you come, you pre-plan a session and all of this. It's also very much an invitation to be spontaneous. You're like, oh, there's been too much people in their head. I want to organize a run tomorrow morning, invite people and get a bunch of people to wake up early and go for a run. It's very much about inviting this kind of spontaneous things to happen. Then our key, it's a little app, but hopefully it will add a lot of value. Connect for Action app, which enables you to scan and make a connection. But unlike the way you scan somebody in WhatsApp or add them in LinkedIn, it invites you to take a photo and write a note of what it is that you're connecting about, which will also be shared with your camp and by topic with other participants of the gathering. So it's this idea of how do we take these connections that are happening and enable visibility to them, and thus support from our tribes and from others. So it's an experiment, and I'm very excited to see how that will work.
Yeah, thank you. And for me, this loops in, I just want to add a little bit about the live programming. So camp leaders and camp participants have already started to add their activities online, and it's a very beautiful process to sort of see the contributions slowly trickle in. So I invite everyone to log in, to add your activities. You can change them later. It's already beautiful to sort of to put our IDs down there. There's some very interesting conversations happening around how do we actually plan those activities and how do we invite people to join them. So what kind of intention setting do we create around this? And speaking of intention settings, another really, I guess, inspiring and again culture building thing that's been happening over the past few weeks is online group meetings for the camps, so per camp. And a lot of those sessions have focused around camp participants meeting one another, but also really setting strong intentions for their presence in the space at the gathering, both at individual and at collective level. Um, I just want to share a quote from one of those calls that was really beautiful. Someone said, "Wow, I thought I was just coming into nature to have a holiday, and after 1 hour spent with fellow co-creators in the camp, I understand this is about the work, and the work really meant in a deep way, right? Which for me connects to this connect for action, and this is really exactly the spirit of the gathering. So." Those sessions are very beautiful. I just want to throw one more, maybe last thing, which is that we've been working super hard to bring in an amazing core team. So this will be a team of volunteers that will support all of us to take care of the land as if it was our home, because it will be our home for 5 days, and to keep the space not just running, but nourishing us. And in the spirit of radical responsibility and non-consumerism of the gathering, we will be asking everyone to pitch in. So when you arrive on the gathering, you will be invited to take just one shift somewhere. Maybe you want to support in cleaning the community kitchen on Thursday morning, whatever it is. But if everyone takes just 1 hour of their time over the week or over the 5 days to support, then we'll really be able to live together and to test out this concept. I think that's it for me. Victor, anything else?
It will be good. It's going to be fun. It will be life transforming. We'll surprise each other. Yeah, I think maybe for fun, I wanted to mention I'm reading a book which Audrey recommended to me called Your Life is Art, which talks about the San Francisco, I'd say call it.
Cacophony Society. Sorry.
No, it talks about Cacophony Society, which is part of the bigger San Francisco participative art, I guess you could call it, scene from the 80s till recently, out of which things like Burning Man and Cacophony Society, lots of things came out. And I really love this idea. This has been an inspiration for me that there is something where we gather in a certain way, in a certain format, with enough openness, yet enough surprises and enough challenges. There is a magic which happens at a group level. And yeah, and this has been my inspiration since I went to Burning Man in 99 of how do we create this magic, but create this magic because it is a magic, not just for fun, but to enhance and build the better world that we dream of. So yeah, I'm really excited at feeling this magic together with all of you.
Thank you so much. we will see you, if not in 2 weeks, then maybe in person at the gathering, I guess.